Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Capricorn. Thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Capricorn, I can't decide. There's so many cards. We have the Eight of Wands, the Hermit, the Four of Wands. So you are seeing the light, moving to a higher level of understanding. You are walking away from a relationship. You want to be alone in some cases, and you're moving into what you love. You're moving into better communication, or you are thinking about getting married and you looking for ways to communicate this. You want to be with the person, but you're taking time for yourself, or you're coming into understanding the position of the next person and where they want to go. It's quite intricate, that little bit there. And then we have another set here. Okay, this one's two sets want to come. Let's take these two. We have the Chariot and we have the Nine of Swords. So worried about the direction that the relationship is taking. We're not trusting. We're not trusting something. We're going with our intellect. We're looking at the logic behind whatever it is that we're not trusting. Could be a deal that's not going in the way you want it to. Someone's holding back from happiness, from enjoyment, from getting satisfaction, or keeping satisfaction at bay, wanting to prolong the satisfaction. Again, we're not trusting. Maybe it's that the logic, something isn't sitting right and we're changing direction. We're not going in the way that we were going before. And then we have another set. Let's see these three here. Here we have our Three of Cups with the Queen of Swords, with the Six of Cups. So again, it's that protection. We're not trusting third parties is where this is headed. We're believing that there's a judgment on third parties. We're not trusting. We're having issues there. We want to protect the children, or we're being childish, or someone is looking at true love and wanting to protect it from third parties. Capricorn, you seem to be quite busy. I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, and most of all for showing up. I'm using the Smith-Waite tarot, and this card just decided to let go. We have the King of Cups with the Page of Cups, so that's two cups. So there's a commitment, but it's a starting a new beginning, a new being committed at the beginning, wanting forgiveness for some, having an idea and wanting to stick to it, being committed to a plan. Capricorn, again, you're busy. Maybe you're dealing with water signs. We have cards that are jumping. We have our Knight of Swords. We have our Eight of Swords, King of Wands with our Two of Pentacles. So connection here is with Cancer read. Someone is overwhelmed. Someone is being out of their element. Seems to be a fire sign. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, or it could be just the mindset that you are in, because of your, well, I say yours, but it could be somebody else, but take it as it resonates. If you are feeling that there's too much going on, then you need to focus on what you really want, and just come back to the drawing board, because you're concerned, you're worried about things not settling down. You're wanting to settle down with someone and it's not happening, and you're going forward anyway, but this is where you need to pull back and wait. Be a little patient. Give them some time to change the perspective, or their perspective, or to come into understanding and speak in some truth, because we want to talk. We want to talk about what's worrying us. We want to get that out into the open and clear the air. Could be about work, could be because of work. Okay, not taking all these cards, but could be that someone is wanting to leave a situation. They're overwhelmed. Their mind is clogged with a lot, and they're thinking about how they can get back what was taken. They're thinking about how they could stand up and fight for what they believe in. It's a lot going on. Someone is very stubborn and not wanting to change. And again, the deck splits with the Knight of Wands. So it could be, again, a fire sign, or just an attitude of wanting to be frivolous, wanting to be free, wanting to move on and be free. Can't help it. Now I have to take these two, which is the eight of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups. So again, it's holding back work, holding back from telling the details, not giving all the information that's required. This is where this anxiety is being caused. Not trusting because you're not getting all the information, or not telling all. Or misinterpretation of information, a misunderstanding. Either way, someone's holding back their emotions. They're not coming forward. They're not wanting to give emotionally. Capricorn. Sounds like the person most on your mind is sitting on a fence, or they are being very particular with you about the relationship. Let's see. We're going to cut. I'm using the Smith-Waite Tarot and the Lover's Oracle for the Oracle deck. Here we start off with the situation between you and the person most on your mind, and then we have how you are dealing with that situation, and then this is how they are. Spirit's advice is the 4th card. The 5th card is how you take that advice. 6th card is how they are taking the advice. 7th card is the outcome to this read. And of course, that is liable to change in reality because you have free will. And the 8th card is how you are responding to what would be the outcome. And the 9th card is how they are. 8 of Wands. So we're very well versed. We are articulate. We want to move forward. We are either communicating online, or we are exercising what we know when we want to exercise what we know. We want to talk about what we know. In a romantic way, of course. This is about passion. This is about what you really want to express. And here we have our Hierophant. So we are within boundaries. We are doing it the right way. We want to establish and confirm that we are on the same page. We are doing we're following the rules to the game of love, or we are looking for marriage, wanting to offer marriage, wanting to be secure in that sense of we are together. It's not necessarily a proposal, it's more of a contract. Wanting to step forward into that, wanting to go straight to, okay, we're married, we're already married, we're living like we're married, we want to move in together. We want to give that sense of security. Again, there's third parties involved here. Somewhere along the line there could be divorce, or someone's been divorced, or they're going through the process of being divorced, and they want to speed the process up. This could be the person most on your mind. They're trying to speed up the process of legalities, whether it's for marriage or divorce. It's a contract. We have the 9 of, I always say the 9 of the Hermit. So we're looking at understanding what the third party is all about, or really trying to reconcile with another, could be the person most on your mind, or they are very much apart from the family. They could be feeling like the black sheep, or they're being treated like the black sheep. If you're dealing with relatives, family members, not having discussion, being left out, being written out of a will for some, having that sense of I don't belong, but in a legal way on paper, going alone, turning the back on the family. Could be the person most on your mind is turning their back on what would be the sentiment of family and anything that goes with it legal wise, where paperwork is concerned. Again, being written out of the will, or refusing to carry out the wishes of a parent. Having a big ego, seeing that there is a big ego attached to a contract of sorts, being that they don't want to be held responsible, or they don't want to take the role of responsibility. They don't want to be accountable for what actions have to follow next, or they don't agree with what is written on the paper that they need to sign. They're looking into the ins and outs of the contract and not agreeing. Their back is turned to the contract. They don't agree. Person most on your mind may be for a business venture, or you're thinking about some form of legal connection, and that person is not agreeing. Again, the details are to be divulged, to be scrutinized, to be recognized. There's certain details that are not written in. It's very particular, this read, concerning legal documents. And then there's family, there's children involved. Again, protecting family, paying attention to the needs of others, paying attention to who is in the limelight, paying attention to who is getting what. Could be for any kind of contract, how much is being handed out and to whom and why, and the connection between. It's a very detailed dive here that I'm getting into. But again, it's all about family. It's all about the family. It's very particular. Again, it could be for legacy, where you are particularly careful about who you're dealing with and who you're including in the venture, and who you're communicating with about legal bits about what you want to do, or what they want to do according to the person most on your mind. May be trying to communicate information with you, or the conversations that you're having is based on legal documentation. Again, it's from the past, so it's being recognized for work that's been done and taking responsibility. Being a father, even. Maybe some of us are looking into the connection with the person most on your mind. If there's children involved, you're probably signing paternity papers, or having to take on the role of provider. Being legal guardian to certain children are being put into your care, or being discussed as to being put into your care. Wow, this is very specific. Again, this is justice, and things are changing because life is going to change because of, and destiny is at hand here, and satisfaction is coming. So some of us are getting what we want according to legal documentation. Others are focused on raising the level of a commitment. So some of us are getting involved with someone who has children, or you may have children and you're concerned about how the person most on your mind is, or the person that you want to be with, is going to behave with your children, if they're going to protect your children, if they're going to take care of your children. It's about being married. It's about taking on that responsibility of a higher relationship. Again, the contract of marriage comes in here with our Hierophant. And the third party could be family that is meddling in with who is who and who is responsible for, and could be exes that are connected to the children, and there's jealousy for or against, or who's going to take care of their children. You're being burdened, Capricorn. Maybe the family is a burden to you, and your marriage is being burdened by family, or you're wanting to get married is being burdened. You're dealing with a fire sign, or they're I can't say the word. You're dealing with a fire sign, or they embody the attitude of the King of Wands, where they're very, very patient, in the sense where they want to make sure that everything's done up right. Again, could be a lawyer, could be just the person most on your mind, could be that they are very well versed in legal documents, and they're making sure that and paying attention to what is going on with particular legal ventures that you may be in, or for the marriage, or they themselves are preparing their family for marriage that may include other children. Maybe you both have children, but they are very careful and very fatherly, very, very ready to protect, and paying attention to the wedding, paying attention to what would be a wedding or a celebration, wanting that celebration. They're looking forward to it. If it is that you're wondering if they may change their mind because of what burdens you may be having to be in this connection, your burden is going to be relieved. They're going to meet you halfway. They're going to make sure that things go well, if it is that they are the person you want to be married to, or that they are involved in legalities to have this celebration come to fruition. Spirit is saying to manifest and go for what you want, and don't give up, and know that you're coming to the end of your burden, and you're going to start something new. You're going to start a new process, but manifest what you want. Know what you want before you say or ask for it from the universe. Pay attention to what is available out there for you, and that you are within your capabilities to have. That is how you need to focus on your manifestation. Spirit is asking you to go for it, but know what you want. You can't just say, give me, when you're not sure, because you're going to ask for trouble. You are holding back. You are thinking. You are waiting for the right moment. You are very, you're going with logic here, because you're protecting what you love. So you are protecting your children, or you're protecting your investment within this relationship, or this connection to the person most on your mind. You want to protect yourself, or you want to protect what you love. Again, you are expecting difficulties because you have a burden upon you. You're probably overthinking or thinking a lot, or you've been through a lot, or you've had to do a lot to come to the point of stepping into a relationship that goes to marriage. They want to be able to provide. This is incredible, because these two kings coming together means they're very powerful. So it could be that you're dealing with lawyers, or you're dealing with someone with high authority. Again, it's the Hierophant. So it's very detailed and very particular to paying attention to the details, to deciding on who gets what, and really turning their back on people who are interfering. They're not going to let anybody interfere with what they want done, and they're not going to disinherit or to make trouble for, or to create a negative situation because of other people. They will be fair, they will be honest, and they will do the work that's required to bring this relationship to a higher level. They really want Capricorn. They really want. They want to make sure that everything is done properly. And Spirit is saying that you're going to have your happiness. Manifesting what you want is going to bring in that happiness. The truth even. August is a good time to see the results of what you put all your efforts into, and your manifestation will show you results in August. You will overcome certain loss. Things are going to work out in your favor, that you will be able to move on away from this burden that seems to be upon you. They will get a fresh start. They want a fresh start. They have the faith in manifesting this relationship. They have the faith in starting afresh, and they're willing to take that step with you. They want happiness with you. They're very, very particular and being careful. And there's love here. There's love here with wanting to have family with you, probably wanting to have children with you, working hard at protecting what you love, what you both love, and being able to work things out from the past and taking care of their responsibility. Justice is being served here. Life is going to change and go in the direction that'll bring you satisfaction, bring you both satisfaction. Could be, again, dealing with air signs, it could be fire signs, could be earth signs too. But it's a question of being committed, and they are very committed, you as well, following the instinct and really paying attention to what the future holds. It's a beautiful read. Person most on your mind is really working at a successful relationship with you. Thank you, Spirit. What is the thoughts of the person most on your mind for Capricorn? What do you see in me? They want to be honest. They want the truth. Again, truth about the relationship, what you probably fear, or what's a burden to you. I wish to be like you. Oh my gosh. They really love you. This love is crazy. They really want to be with you. They're going to do they're doing whatever it takes. They're happy. They want to take that leap of faith. Don't put up with my bullshit. Capricorn, they are totally balanced here. They are totally balanced. They know that you're strong. I think they love you for that way that you have about you. You're that Capricorn way where you're just all business, no, you're not taking any nonsense, they see that you are compatible, and they're willing to be who they are and tell you, don't put up with my BS. That's love. Let's take one more, because everybody's getting 4 cards. Why can't I tell you the truth? Ooh, for some it's not that easy. For some it's a little bit of a burden there. Maybe that's you. You're not able to come clean. Maybe you're holding back. Or you're waiting for the right moment. Again, only you know. But it seems to be a beautiful read, because the person most on your mind is very balanced here and willing to take that step forward with you. It's a question of talking it out and really letting them know how you feel. And to ease your burden, they are doing what it takes, and you just need to manifest what you really want. Pay attention to what you really want, Capricorn, and it'll come to you. And on that note, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, your shares. Until our next read, Capricorn, love and light.